When people start making money, they begin thinking about where they should invest, which bring them to a crossroads. Most take what seems like the easiest bet, only to watch their hard-earned savings evaporate. I know this because I have stood at those crossroads myself, and I repeatedly chosen the wrong path, only to watch my savings vanish right in the front of my eyes. I could have gotten lucky one of the times and would be saved from the heartbreak. Instead, it was my destiny to learn the market the hard way. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right and still losing money? Let me start with the very first lesson that I was ingrained into me. These avenues aren't investments, they are full-time jobs, disguised as a passive income. Let me walk you the most common alternatives, which is often fail badly because the most people face terrible options when they start investing. Stocks, where you are competing against Wall Street AI-powered hedge funds with $1 billion that trade at light speed. Bloomberg's investigation into retail option trading reports that around 85% of retail traders lose their money within their first year of trading options, and 70% of novice traders lose money due to improper risk management and lack of formal trading education. In my own experience, I understand that trading should be your main job, and only then you can make money on it, because I lost around $100,000 on it, and I will tell you which lessons I learned in the next videos. Crypto chain analysis data shows that 90% of tokens fail within 5 years. For a while in 2021, every coin spiked in price unexpectedly, so people would create their own coins with 10 minutes of effort, get some bots to trade it and shill it on Reddit and Twitter, and get novice investors to buy it in the hopes that it would increase 1,000 times in a week or two. Inevitably, the creator would abscond with the money and disappear without a trace. Traditional real estate, where you need at least 100K to just get started, and only after that you realize that your investments are not flexible. You have a lot of headache with maintenance and bad tenants. And the most important, that you cannot sell that asset by the click of fingers. If you are at this crossroads today and thinking of investing your savings, the only logical goal is a passive income. And what better way than real estate? Contradictory to what I just said, right? I will show you why it's not when I let you in my most prized lesson. You need to understand that real wealth isn't built through speculation. It's built through ownership of cash-flowing real asset. The problem? Six-figure entry barriers, endless paperwork, and no liquidity. By the end of that video, you will understand why tokenized real estate is safer than crypto or stocks, how our Binaryx platforms allows you to buy into marketable properties at the rate cheaper than a nice dinner. If you have ever felt that investing is just for the rich, this part is for you, because the aim here is to teach you how to build wealth through the most stable asset class without needing a millions. What tokenization actually is and how it's legally possible. Wyoming, United States, 2022. A law was passed which revolutionized and changed the ownership of assets overnight. For the first time in history, you could legally own a part of apartment building without signing single paper by the just holding a digital tokens. Yes, you heard it right. Most people missed this revolution. Start investing in real estate with just $50. Earn passive income while you sleep. Sell your shares as easy as trading a stock. All thanks to something called tokenization. And my team has been building this feature since 2019. I have been working in tokenization, research it, to be more precise for over 4 years now. I started back in 2019 while building one of my companies. At the time, we were building a cryptocurrency exchange platform for digital assets trading. However, due to personal reasons, we had to stop it. Especially in 2019, when the promising businesses I invested in first got crushed by COVID. Then the Ukraine war. It felt like every plan I had carefully built just collapsed, and I needed something that wouldn't. That's when I realized that what we require are investments that are protected against inflation, generate steady cash flow, and don't disappear during crisis. There is only one asset class that does all three: income producing real estate. But until now, it was locked away from ordinary investors. Now you might think, if this is so great, why isn't everyone doing it? That's exactly what people said about online banking in 1995. Let me show you why this time is different. Tokenization. Think of an accounting book or notary ledger where all the data is recorded. It is a conversion of ownership right to an asset into a digital format, into tokens using blockchain technology. The blockchain acts as a data registry that stores records starting that a specific person, or more precisely, their wallet, owns a specific token. But now, this function is handled by a digital registry, which in turn is accessible at any time from anywhere. And thanks to the digital registry, you no longer need notaries or lawyers to transfer your ownership rights. Let's get to the hack. Combining smart contracts with Wyoming DAO LLC's laws. We use blockchain technology to create a digital deeds. Each token represents an actual ownership verified by smart contracts. I have talked in detail about smart contracts in my video. You can see it right now on the screen. First, you might ask yourself, what is a DAO? It stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which is an online entity collectively managed and governed by members using decentralized computers. Probably it sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not. Let's understand the main principle between the DAO LLC and the regular LLC. In traditional organization, director manages the company and he making all decisions by himself. And the other hand is DAO LLC, where each member of the DAO LLC can make a proposal and other members will vote for it. That kind of approach is more democratic and more open for everyone. This allows for property public records and the economics behind it, which then allows you that instead of saving $300K for an apartment, you can now own 0.1 of Miami condo for $300 or 1% of a Nashville Airbnb for $3,000. All while earning proportional rental income, as a DAO can generate revenue through various means, depending on its purpose and objectives. Some common ways include transaction fees, token appreciation, investments, and product or service sales. This also eliminates the elephant in the room: liquidity. Traditional real estate takes months and sometimes years to sell. With tokenization, you can trade your share in minutes on our marketplace. No brokers, no paperwork. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds too good to be legal. That's exactly what my lawyer said. Until we found the loophole in Title 17, Chapter 31, Section 101 of Wyoming statutes. Because in 2022 we discovered a legal mechanism that allowed blockchain tokens to be legally linked to a US registered company called a DAO LLC. A new type of legal entity, it is a company that can be governed algorithmically through a smart contract on the blockchain. And the best part, in 2024, the legislation allowed DAOs to gain legal entity status and operate within the bounds of applicable laws. Here is how to get started safely. First, if you are someone who is looking to invest as low as $50 or you can stretch up to $500, I suggest you to start with a fractional portfolio. Diversify it across a couple of properties and reinvest your rental income automatically. That will enable for you the compound interest. If you're someone who can start directly with $5,000, then start hand-picking specific properties in our marketplace and use dollar cost averaging to build position. But if you're still doubtful about that, verify any property ownership on Wyoming State Companies Registry by the link below and track all the polygon scans. The best part? This isn't speculative. We already have more than 2,500 active investors, more than 30 properties in 3 locations, Indonesia, Turkey and Montenegro, over 300k paid dividends in total, and above and beyond than $5 million in tokenized volume. This is upgraded real estate. This revolution won't stay quiet forever. The question is, will you watch from the sidelines? Or you start owning a real estate and generate a passive income right now from your phone? Don't just watch the future of real estate. Own it and start now with as little as $50. And for stay updated with the new investment opportunities, just feel free to subscribe.